Welcome to today's explainer session. I am so incredibly glad you're here to learn with me today. Go ahead, take a deep breath, get comfortable, and let's just dive right in. Today, we're going to master a beautifully simple yet absolutely crucial part of Arabic grammar. If you've ever wondered how to just ask a basic question in Arabic, well, you are in the perfect place. The real star of today's lesson is called Hamzat al-Istifham. Let me say that slowly for you just one more time. Hamzat al-Istifham. Literally translated, this means the question particle. It's represented by the Arabic letter Aleph with a Hamza on top, and it makes a really simple, crisp ah sound. That's it, just ah. So, what will we learn today? Our journey is going to take 3 simple steps: concept, examples, and practice. First, we'll figure out what this particle is, then see it in action, and finally do a little practice together. All right, moving into section 1. What exactly is it? Let's take a closer look at the question particle itself. Here is our question particle formula. To create a yes or no question in Arabic, we use a very straightforward formula. You just take that sound, the Hamzat al-Istifham, and you literally place it at the very beginning of a normal statement. Like magic, it instantly transforms that statement into a direct yes or no question. Now, I want to point out a super common mistake students make right here. We often try to just raise our voice at the end of a sentence to make it a question, right? Kind of like we naturally do in English. But in formal Arabic, we don't do that. We rely entirely on this precise little particle placed right at the front to do all the heavy lifting for us. Before we start building our sentences, let's learn our building blocks. I'll pronounce each one carefully for you, so listen closely. For the word this, we have the masculine hada and the feminine hadihi. Let me repeat those for clarity. Hada, hadihi. Now, for that, meaning an object further away, we have the masculine dhalika and the feminine tilka. Repeating once more, dhalika, tilka. And of course, our absolute most vital answers, nam for yes and la for no. Notice how Arabic beautifully and logically distinguishes between masculine and feminine, as well as near and far. Let those soak in for just a second. Okay, let's head into section 2, examples in action. Let's see exactly how these look when we put them into full sentences. Is this a book? The basic statement here is hada kitab, meaning this is a book. To ask, is this a book, we just drop that a right at the front. Ahada kitab? Let's say that again. Ahada kitab? If the answer is yes, we say naam, hada kitab. Yes, this is a book. But if the answer is no, we would say la, hada qalam. No, this is a pen. Notice how everything in this example is perfectly aligned. It's all masculine. Moving on to example 2. Is this a car? Here we see the feminine ta marbata ending on the word sayara, which means car. So, to ask, is this a car? We say, ahadihi sayara? Once again, ahadihi sayara? The positive answer is naram hadihi sayara. And the negative answer is la hadihi daraja, meaning no, this is a bicycle. Now, this is a perfect time to highlight another really common mistake. Students sometimes mix up the genders and say, ahada sayara. But remember, sayara is feminine, so it absolutely must pair with the feminine word for this, which is hadihi. They always have to match. Let's look at example 3. Is that a house? What if the object is far away from us? This example introduces the concept of distance. To ask, is that a house? We use the masculine word for that, which is dhalika. So the question simply becomes, a dhalika bait? Let's repeat it. A dhalika bait? The answers follow that exact same logical structure. Nam, dhalika bait. Or for no, la, dhalika musjid, meaning, no, that is a mosque. And example 4, is that a tree? For our final example, we're combining distance with a feminine word. A tree in Arabic is shajara. So to ask, is that a tree? We use tilka, the feminine word for that. A tilka shajara? Again, a tilka shajara? Nam tilka shajara. Or la tilka sayara. Do you see how incredibly consistent the Arabic language is? Honestly, once you know the core formula, you just plug in your vocabulary words and you're good to go. All right, section 3, key rules and comparisons. Let's step back and look at these broader grammatical patterns we've just uncovered. Let's talk about the mechanics of ah. It is time to lock in our 3 golden rules for using this question particle. Rule number 1, the question particle ah always comes right at the beginning of the sentence. Rule number 2, its specific job is to make the sentence a yes or no question. And rule number 3, because it's a yes or no question, your answer must inherently begin with nam for yes or la for no. It's really that simple. Now, let's look at a compare and contrast matrix. Let's compare masculine and feminine objects, near and far, just to really cement these rules in your mind. On the top row, we're contrasting masculine and feminine for objects that are close to us. So we have ahada kitab versus ahadi sayara. Then, on the bottom row, we're doing the exact same thing, contrasting masculine and feminine, but for objects that are far away. We have avalika bait versus atilka shajara. Internalizing these specific patterns is exactly what's going to help you completely avoid those tricky gender matching mistakes we talked about earlier. Okay, section 4, your turn to practice. You are fully prepared for this, so let's test your new knowledge. I want you to practice answering the following questions. I'm going to read these 4 practice questions aloud very clearly. I want you to decide right now in your head how you would answer them using nam or la. Ready? Number 1, ahada Bob. Number 2, ahadihi sayara. Number 3, adharika kursi. Number 4, atilka shajara. Take a moment to formulate your answers. All right, excellent effort. Let's check our work together. Here are our answers and our final summary. You would answer each of these with a simple na'am or la, followed by the rest of the statement, exactly like we just practiced together. So let's quickly review our final summary checklist. We learned that hamzat al-istifham is our main question particle, it proudly sits at the very beginning of the sentence, and it elegantly forms our yes or no questions. You honestly did beautifully with this material today. The crucial point I really want you to take away from this is that Arabic grammar is incredibly structured and logical. Once you find the pattern, everything falls right into place. So I'll leave you with this thought. Now that you've successfully mastered asking basic questions, what foundational Arabic concept are you most excited to conquer next? Keep practicing, be so proud of your progress, and I will see you in our next explainer session.